everybody, what's going on? This is Chef Irie and welcome to my kitchen. And today we're going to be doing a dish that I guess is a signature dish of mine. I developed this several years ago, and it incorporates a good part of my Caribbean roots and some of the things that I've learned along the way of being a chef. So today we're going to be doing a dish called mussels chorizo. So obviously mussels are in the dish, and we have our mussels here. They have been washed, and we're going to go over a little tips about the mussels. And of course, we have our chorizo, which is basically a cured pork sausage, found mainly in Latin countries, Central America. Very flavorful and colorful, depending on how much annatto is used in the flavoring of and making of the sausage. So, a little bit about myself. I'm Jamaican, West Indian, Caribbean, whatever you want to call it, but I'm definitely Jamaican to the bone. And a good part of what I do, the foods that I try to showcase, highlights not only my Caribbean, my Jamaican heritage, but obviously other parts of the Caribbean, and of course part of the global aspect of the work that got a chance to travel and all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. So mussels dish. So here are some quick tips. So when you get your mussels from the shop, you typically want to take them out of the package. So when the mussels come, they come in sort of a breathable mesh packet. So you want to take that off, and usually there is a little card. So you'll find this, it comes with mussels and with oysters. And basically what the card tells you is a little bit information about where the mussels, if you're doing oysters, where they come from. So in the event that you were, you had some bad mussels or bad seafood, you're able to track down, trace down where those mussels came from. So when you've washed your mussels, because they tend to have a little grit in them, you wash them, drain them off. And now that, before you're getting ready to cook them, you want to tap them, So like this guy is nice and open. See how he's open right here? So you want to tap him and tap them all. So when you tap him and it doesn't close, that means homeboy is dead. You don't want to eat him. So discard him. And so you want to go around and make sure, you're looking at them, making sure they're all closed. You want to start cooking them when they're closed. All right? And usually, a lot of times, you will find a little beard. See that little guy on the end? A little beard. So you want to take that out. All right? And we can do that right now as we're prepping our mussels. So when you're washing the mussels, you want to wash them on the cold water, from the sink. Wash them on the cold water. Rinse them a couple times, making sure you wash out all the grit from the mussels. All right, so we're tapping these, making sure we don't have any dead homies. All right. Now I know if you love mussels, this is going to be a great dish for you. And one of the great things about mussels dish is that take on so many different flavors. All right. So you can do what we're going to be doing, a Caribbean sort of feel and take to this dish. It could be an Italian, as it could be Thai, with lemongrass, sweet chili. It could be curry, Indian flavors with masala. So you can use pretty much any flavor profile you want for this dish. As long as you spice it up, it's going to be awesome. All right, so what we're going to do is starting right now. We're going to add a little oil to our pan. I had it heating here under sort of medium-low. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And we're going to add a little onion. All right, see, good. And a little garlic. I'm going to stir that around. Don't want it to burn. Give me about 30 seconds. So onion, garlic, and some of the other suspects for the dish today. So obviously the mussels, the chorizo, we got green onions, we got tomatoes, green bell pepper, mango, some shallots, Scotch bonnet, coconut milk, some rum, and some wine. Alright? Alright, so now we're going to add our chorizo. Now, if you notice, I've taken the casings off the chorizo. Why? Because I want to be able to get the sausage itself spread out, and so it will cook a little more evenly and a little quicker. Alright, so we'll put this in the sink right here. And this is just so we can get the sausage going, to get the flavor in the sausage or the chorizo. Alright, so that's going. Let that go for a sec. And I'll show you your chorizo. So typically comes like this. Some are a little more redder. But it's basically cured pork sausage. You can get it uncooked, which this is, or you can get it pre-cooked. Alright? And it's pork sausage, so naturally it probably is in a pork casing. So when you're doing, you fry them up, the casing holds the sausage together, you get a nice crispy, texture on the outside. So that's our sausage. Wash my hand real quick. Alright. Now we're going to add a little seasoning blend that I'm working on. Got a whole bunch of stuff in it. Some onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, cumin, coriander, ginger, a bunch of stuff. Alright? So, turn the handle around to me, and we're going to make sure that the sausage gets cooked up. Alright. Now this will take just a little bit, probably a couple minutes. Alright. So while that's going, we're going to now add some shallots. So we'll do half of what I have here, which is probably about half a cup. And what we're going to add to this, so that it will get to cook out and add some flavor, is some lobster base. So not only will that add flavor, but it's going to add, a little saltiness to the dish. So you'll probably notice when I'm making this, this is about a tablespoon. So I'm going to add it all to here. All right, awesome. So this is what your chorizo is looking like. Smell is awesome. And what we're going to add to this now, we're going to add the green bell peppers, about half a cup, maybe quarter cup. The diced mangoes. So you want to make sure the mangoes that you're using, that they're not overly ripe, because if they're too ripe and they go into the dish, they'll get mushy or probably mash out. So you want to have a little texture to them, firm, ripe but firm. All right. Add that to the dish. Probably about, see them out, quarter cup. Put these here. All right. So Scotch bonnet, you can see, nice and rugged. Okay. And then we got his friend over here, habanero. So if you notice the habanero, it's a little smoother in texture on the outside, not as many ridges, not as rough looking, right? So if you go to the store and you want to tell the difference, that's one way you know. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some Scotch bonnet to this. And chorizo in the store, it can be mild, can be spicy, it can be spicy because they've added more, more heat to it, like jalapenos or something like that. So we're gonna add about a quarter of a, okay, maybe half. Yeah, we're gonna add half because that's the Jamaican and the West Indian in me. All right, so we're just gonna cut up our habanero. Yes, nice and fine. Add that to the pot. Put him back. All right. So remember, when you're handling the habanero, Scotch bonnet, try to put on some gloves, especially men. You know, that trip to the bathroom after you've used, some Scotch bonnet or habanero, it's sometimes not pretty. Trust me. All right. Mango, peppers. Now we're going to add our tomatoes. Cool. Yes. And now we're going to add some thyme. We got some thyme leaves. Doesn't have to be chopped. I just pick them off the stems, and we're going to add pretty much all of this. So this is about a tablespoon of thyme. All right. And now that the sausage has cooked down some, we're going to add our mussels. So we take you out. I see you, I see you, I see you. Yeah, see, this guy was open. I tapped him and he closed. If you don't, yes. Fighting. Are you open? Are you good? I feel like I'm talking to the mussels like they're my friends. Okay, he's no good. All right. Everybody looks good. So we're just gonna put them right into the pan. All right, put you over here. And then you wanna give this a good stir. All right, so the mussels are not open yet, but you wanna make sure that some of this flavor is coating the shells, so when the shells open, they will seep in. And you don't necessarily need to flip this. A good spatula will do, right? All right. Now this stage, we're gonna add some wine. So this is Sauvignon Blanc. And you can use wine by itself or stock, but you want some wine. And of course, being the Jamaican and Caribbean West Indian man that I am, I mean, most of my dishes do feature a little bit of rum, so we're gonna add some rum. All right, so this is dark rum. Which one do you say I'm using? So this rum is from Guyana. It's called El Dorado. I love it. This is a 15-year aged rum. So with wine and rums and cooking, especially with wines, doesn't matter if it's inexpensive or expensive, but as long as you can drink it, okay? Cook with what you drink, all right? And before I go any further, salute, because, my demos are going to feature a little cocktail. So this cocktail is a little Chambord with ginger ale and a rum floater. Yes. Awesome. All right. And then we're going to add some coconut milk. So this is extra thick coconut milk. And we're just going to add, I think we have, about 2 cups? Yeah, cup and a half? No, this is a cup. All right. We're going to add the whole thing in. A whole cup of coconut milk. Good. So the beauty of this dish is that it's one pot. All right? One single pot. So there's nothing else to mess up. And a lot less to clean. All right. So the mussels, give it a good stir. All right. Now what you want to do now, clean up a little bit, is make sure we cover it with a tight lid. And you want now this to steam. So turn this down just a little bit. and the steam is going to open up the mussels. The mussels are going to accept the flavor, that chorizo, the Scotch bonnet, and we're going to add a little more, the rest of the shallots to it, just because we can. And we're going to get some herbage. Yes, we need some herbage. So here we got some fresh cilantro. Yes, fresh cilantro. So this is an amazing plant. Not a lot of people love cilantro because some people, there are some people who has a certain genetic coding that it tastes, funny to them on their palate. And some of us, we just love this thing. I love it, So if you're from the Caribbean, Latin American countries, you're eating some cilantro, all right? And very different from culantro, okay? Culantro is kind of sort of cousin, I guess. Long, flat leaf. And this is sort of curly leaf. Looks similar to curly flat leaf parsley, but it's not. Yes. So we're just gonna turn that up a little bit. And we're gonna chop our cilantro. I almost said parsley a while ago. All right. This, you don't have to chop it really fine. Just run one rough chop through the leaves and you're good to go. All right. So, because of space for me today, you can't have a mussels dish without some bread, crusty bread, whatever you want to call it. Yes. So, here we got a baguette. And basically what I did, just rub some softened butter on this. And I have a grill pan. I think everybody should invest in a grill pan. Yes. Whether it's round, square, or oblong, as this is. So, but invest yourself in a grill pan. It really works. And a little butter, both sides, softened butter. Add a little butter to the grill pan and just place them down on the grill. So you want to get them, marked like this is. And you can do the cross hatch if you want, or just, lightly grill marks on both sides. Now we're looking for toasted, not burnt, all right? So this is exactly where you want. And the reason for the bread, after you've eaten the mussels, you're gonna have all this juice and flavor left, and you want something, as they would say, to sop it up with. This is it, all right? So, and this dish, to cook, once you've had the mussels in, it should take you no more than 5 minutes. And so, as we're looking, look at that. I don't know if you can see, there's some of the mussels. They've opened up. Nice. That's what I want. So we're gonna add our cilantro. And then we're gonna add some butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of butter. It is a lot of flavor. All right. So guess what? We're gonna give this a quick stir. And we're gonna give it a taste. And see if it needs any other flavoring. And no, it doesn't. But seafood, you want to add a little brightness to this dish. So a little lemon. All right, here we go. Lemon juice. This is just half a lemon, and you're good to go. Oh man, this tastes so good. Trust me, it really. Oh yeah. All right. Oh yeah. And we're gonna turn this off now. And we have our plate, a bowl. No sense putting this on a plate. You want it in a bowl. All right. And we're not even gonna make it look, crazy fancy, but you know, take out one mussels. No, we're just gonna grab our handy tongs and just dump them in a bowl, right? Like so. So this is gonna be like, you know, a good sized meal. You know, if you don't get at least 2 dozen mussels, you know, in your bowl, you know, I think you've been robbed. Trust me. Yes. Oh yeah. Ah, there you go. Now we're gonna wipe our edges. All right. And we're just gonna add some of the juice. Look at that. With the meat, the sausage, the mango, right over top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh man, look at that, man. So you want a good amount of this juice in the bowl. Oh yeah, baby. Nice. A little more. All right. Now to clean them up. There you go. All right, so here we can set the mussels, make them look a little pretty, arrange them on the top of the bowl, right around. Oh yeah. And of course, a little garnish. Some of our cilantro. Boom. And of course, can't forget the bread. Right here. And gentle people, this is our mussels chorizo. All right, lovely dish. Please try it. Let me know how it is. I will be coming to you with some more recipes and more demos. So hit me up. I am Chef Irie on Instagram, Chef Irie Spice on Facebook, and Chef Irie on Twitter. So see you soon. Chef Irie, peace out. Food and fire, baby, every time. Salud.